All right, quick little update. We removed the chairs just in order to get to this rust a little bit easier. Just kind of cut out the really bad rust. I mean, it's all rusty, but not too bad. So I sanded it and then just put some primer over some of that. Where the black is actually like a rust preventative or converter, I believe is what it said. So anyways, just wanted to get some paint over it. These areas were a little bit rusty. Behind the pedals, you can see how dented or pitted that is. So clean that up with a wire wheel. Anyway, getting ready to lay some metal down. Everything's pretty solid. I think what had happened is there's a hole right there, so that just always leaked and fell right there because that's the only place there's any rust in this whole thing. So that's my educated guess. So I'm getting ready to cover that up with some metal and keep moving forward. I really don't know what I'm going to do next. I think I might look at some of this wiring. Not really sure what's going on there. I know I have to use that key to turn the ignition and come over here and flip this like I told you guys before. So I might get under there. I hate wiring. I just hate it. But there's a reason they did this, and I'm going to try and figure out why. See if I can get it to just fire on its own without actually having to, I'm sure this is running to the starter or whatever. So anyway, stay tuned. Oh yeah, baby. Look at that thing. All right, sweet little update. I know I showed you guys all that, whatever. I come back and I didn't like vacuum up in here, so it's still all very leafy. But I did wipe this down. It had a cover over, like some kind of, you can see the discoloration here. It had, I don't know what, some kind of carpet, Berber or something, I don't know. So you can see where it was protected here and where everything was exposed here. So anyway, still looks pretty good. I mean, for what it is, it looks good. I don't want to say it looks good, but anyway, so I'm getting ready to look at some of the wiring. I took all the, I've already thrown it away, but there was like a big like quilted style diamond tuck pad on both doors. Took those off because for one, it just didn't look good. It was tore up, and two, why have fancy doors when the rest of the van is not fancy? Anyway, hooked up the battery. I want to kind of attack the wiring. I'm not going to do it today. So like this wire goes to a little toggle switch, which goes to the starter. So you actually turn the key to the on position, then you hit that switch and that's what starts it. Anyway, so I'm trying to avoid, I'd like to just, have a normal key. Not that big of a deal. That's going to be on the back burner. We still need to get a water pump and a radiator and an oil dipstick that broke that was rusty. And I think that's probably going to be it as far as like once we get it running. The tank looks really good. I showed you guys that. I'm still going to just kind of clean it out just to get any little bit of grime out of it. But what I want to do, if you guys will follow me this way, is I'm going to start taking these tail lights off, and because they're not coming on. All the side markers and stuff come on, lights on the dash come on, but the headlights aren't coming on. No big surprise, mainly because on the passenger side there's not a headlight. No, on the other side there is one, but must be bad. That or it's not getting a connection, I don't know. So I'm going to start here, doodle-doot, doodle-doot, see if we can at least get the taillights to come on. And then I guess really the next big thing I'm going to do is the brakes. I took the drums completely off the rear so it would roll because they were seized up, but the front is a disc brake, so not a big deal there. I need to find wheels and tires for this thing so it's easier to roll around, but one thing at a time. I know I don't have wipers. They're not working, so might need to look into that and see what's up. A lot of wiring, a lot of little wiring issues, and I hate wiring. I never really know what I'm doing. I'm just kind of guessing most of the time. I don't know what that is. Kind of weird. And everything's so brittle, so it's kind of, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say I don't have a heater either. But anyway, at least it has that sweet little upgrade. But not really sure if that's necessary. But anyway, oh, that's another thing. They cut the trans coolant lines, so sweet, more custom work. All right, let's attack these taillights back here and see what's up. All right, well, we got that off, so let's see. Oh wow, that surprisingly came out easy. Usually gotta fight those suckers. I mean, it's not like corroded. Those look good. It all kind of looks good. Let's see the bulb. I mean, that looks good. Why wouldn't I have any lights back here? Maybe just a little bit of back and forth. Maybe reestablish a connection. We'll see. Now I don't know about the reverse light. Of course, I've not put it in reverse. I've not had it running long enough to do that. But it looks good. Yep, looks good. All right, well, let's just see. Let's go turn these lights back on and just see. See? That's fine. What's up? What's up? Of course, those aren't coming on. Oh, yeah, they are. Just barely. Not well enough, though. And then, yeah, but no headlights. But the marker light back here isn't working. Oh, that one is on. Okay, interesting. Or should I just try a new bulb, you think? Just to see? Let's do that. All right, let's come over here to the bulb connections. It's kind of weird with those being oblong like that. I don't see any numbers on there. But they always have the uneven little nubs there. So, let me see here. It looks like a bulb that I replaced that ended up being good, so I kept it, but that's not it. So, we are looking for something like this. Let's see if this works. It's 1157. Yeah. Okay. Boop, boop, boop. I turned the lights off, so it's not going to come on. Okay, let's see. See if that made a difference. Wow. Oh, it did work. Wow, I didn't see a reflection over here, so I really wasn't expecting it to work. Okay. What's up? Guess it was the bulb, but what's crazy is that bulb looked perfectly fine to me. I mean, the filament or whatever you want to call it wasn't busted, so. All right. Well, guess it's a bad bulb. We'll wipe it down a little bit and get a better look. Oh, that didn't really help. So there's no what's up? Anyways, let's try the side marker back here. All right, well, got this one off, but figured out what the problem was. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, there's no bulb in it. I mean, there's not even anything going up to it, but I bet, set this over here. I bet, let me see. I see wires hanging down here. Yep, there's that, and there's that, and Would that just be a ground, you think? That maybe broke? I bet if I get inside the van, I could probably figure it out. Come on. I'm trying to get to focus. I mean, I know you guys can see it, but come on, focus. There we go. It's trying. Oh, there we go. So yeah, I guarantee I'll find a screw in there with a circle in it. Okay, let's find out. Let's do this together. Open. Come on in here. Open. Woo. Alright. Oh, so that's coming up. All that there. What would this be? Where did this wire go? You think like... No. Okay. So it's just a wad of wires. I'm gonna have to get a light back here so I can really take a gander. Paid another visit to the bulb drawer and found a couple I think will work. Like this. We'll see. So what I'm gonna do is put that in. And I think maybe that's where it used to be screwed to. It's the only hole I can find that's close to where that bulb would still fit in there. So I don't know. I mean, that's not really like a good place to put a ground, I wouldn't think. I don't know. Anyways, we're gonna try and see if we can get a light show going. All right, so here's what I figured out. It was, well, I don't know if that bulb was good or not that I had in there, but let me see if I can get my cameraman to change angles here. I was messing around before I started filming and it actually came on. I was like, oh, I should have been recording that. Let me see. Yay! So it is just a ground issue. That's where I've got it for now. But it does work. Oh, what's up? And while I'm here, let me check this side marker up here and see. Oh, that one's hanging. Oh, I guess I could have just followed that. Oh, okay, so that's where they have the ground to that one. But this side don't look like this side. Hold on. Oh, it does. Okay. Okay. So that's where they ran the ground to. All right. Well, at least I know that, and that's what's up. So I'm going to assume this one is just a bad bulb as well. And guess what? I've got another one right there. Let's see what's up. Boom. What's up? Just a bad bulb. You just stick. Oh. Okay. Oh. Well, maybe more than a bad bulb. Squeezing these together is, well. Hello. Interesting. It's like a little, I don't know what's going on here. Guess I'll have to figure that out. But it works. Ish. Oh, look how nasty that is. I'll probably take that out. Clean that up. I think someone spray painted this, the lens. And put some kind of, you can see the van got hit there. So I think it probably caused that to open up, and that's their repair job. Yep. Let's see what's up. Oh, that's right. Still working. Oh, what's up? Oh, heck yeah. Look at them lights, baby. Yep. No big deal. You know what, for fun. Oh, well, it's not running. I don't think it would probably do anything if I put this in reverse. I have it in neutral right now. I can't imagine that would turn it on without it running. Wow. No, what about the other side? No, probably has to be running. Okay. Didn't have any faith in that to begin with, but you never know. I don't know much about these vans. Okay. Now what I'd like to do, I guess take that out maybe? I don't know. It's one of those messes where there's like so much. You're just trying to figure out where to start, you know? Just trying to attack the little things, trying to get motivated little by little. Okay, I come up with an idea. Let's get some light in here and let's take off this water pump. And probably take that off too, because I'm sure that thermostat is Gonzville. See what we're looking at. Okay, now we got a little light. We can see what we're doing. And these little hood lights, they're amazing. I got this one set on the lowest setting right now, but anyway, yeah, that's not moving. Of course, obviously the motor's rotating. So the only other thing could be the water pump, but also probably end up replacing this because, I mean, that's a little crunchy. It shouldn't be that difficult to spin, so probably end up replacing that as well. But for now, let's get focused. Just one thing at a time. You know what I'm saying? Let's not get ahead of ourselves. And let's get this water pump off. See what she looks like. All right, so we got the neck off. This is what is underneath it. Have no idea what that thing is. Find out in a second. Got the water pump off, and it is crusty. Look at that. Ew. So, anyways, I'll get that off and off and see what's up. I'm gonna clean this up too. I don't know what that is, like little, I don't know. Really curious. Let's see what this thing. Oh, okay, I see. Oh, so it goes back there. Oh, okay, so it's the top of the. I thought that's what it was, but all I was seeing was this piece from my angle. I didn't realize that was actually the cover for the whatever. You know how they're designed. So okay, that makes me feel a lot better because I thought maybe something was broke. But. Get all this out of here the best I can so when I take this off it doesn't fall in there. Okay. Let's see. Well, surprisingly it wasn't that stuck. Cool. I have no idea if this works or not. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't, but we're gonna replace it anyway. Okay, let's get this pump off. All right, here she is. Wouldn't even turn earlier if I broke her loose, but yeah, little crunchy sounding, and smells really good too. Oh yeah, actually just kind of smells like coolant, really. Obviously, that's what would be flowing through there, but has the coolant aftertone, but the up front is definitely stinky. But yeah, got that off, so all is well. And I guess I'll just get a new one of those. We'll get a new thermostat, get that cleaned up, and oh, probably get that taken off. We're gonna have to replace that anyway, so might as well do that while I'm here. And we can actually get started towards some stuff. Get a new dipstick and whatnot. I don't know, we'll keep these hoses for now until they start leaking. All right, so we did a little wire brush action. Looks a lot better, a little bit cleaner. Scraped all the gasket and stuff that was left on there. Luckily, it wasn't too difficult. Clean this up. Of course, I guess they don't make a gasket for this particular, you know, if you say, hey, I need a gasket for a 79 Chevy van, they're not gonna have that for the for the neck, for the water neck. But I guess you just use silicone or whatever. Not silicone, but you know what I'm talking about. This old, let me see if I can find it. Oh, got a brand new tube here, but I don't really want to open that. I feel like I've got an open one somewhere. Yeah, right here. Yeah, gasket maker. Oh, what's that? We'll do that. Oh, she's still soft. How much you want to bet when I take this off, it won't come out through the tube? Hopefully I'm wrong. All right, let's get this sealed up. I got my little ultra black Permatex. Got that cleaned, got that cleaned, and I was getting ready to goop that up. And I was like, oh, wait a minute. Can't forget that guy. That would have sucked, right? I mean, not that it would have mattered. I just had to take it apart when I remembered, but still, how embarrassing. So I went ahead and got a new one. The old one may have worked just fine. And matter of fact, it probably did, but I'm right here and might as well, you know, just put a new one in there. That way we're not having to worry about it and second guess ourselves. Maybe before I put this neck on, hold on, let's see how much in the way that's gonna be. Okay, well, not really. So, okay, I can do that later. Okay, yeah, all right. Just thinking out loud here, people. All right, let's see what's up. Okay, let's see if what I said was true. Obviously it's, oh, what's up? It's actually, let's see. Wow. That's crazy. Normally I've got to really put like a pick or something in there, clean all that out, and even then that's usually not good enough, and I usually end up having to like cut a hole up here or something. Dude, that's what's up. So what I'm gonna do is since this is the non-moving part, like not the neck itself, I just put a little bit of a bead, so, and then I'll kind of like smoosh it with my finger a little bit. Just kind of make sure it's good and sealed all the way around there. Don't want any water leaks, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying my best not to get it too much onto the thermostat itself, just in case I need to remove it later. It ain't like all stuck in there and, you know, whatever. Not that big of a deal, but okay. I don't know where my camera stand is, my tripod. So that's why I'm kind of having to do this weird. But anyway, let me smooth that out with my finger. I'll show you what's up. Okay, so I probably put a little bit more on there than I should have, and by probably I mean I did. So anyways, I'm gonna put this on here now. Try and get it lined up the best you can. That way you're just not moving it all over and messing up your work. I mean, that looks pretty good. Let me get these screws going here. Womp womp. Just more of a placeholder right now than it is anything else. I'll go and there we go. Okay. I'm gonna have to take these little top nuts off. That's what holds this bracket for the oil filler neck thingy in place. Okay. All right, let me grab my tools. All right, we got that torque to spec. And by torque to spec, I mean I just went until I felt it was good enough. But here's how you know you got enough in there. You got that squishy coming out all the way around it, so yeah, that's what's up. I guess I can put this back into its place now. There we go. And then, yeah, get that on, and then we'll move on down to the water pump. I'm gonna do the same thing with the water pump. Put a little bit of gasket maker. It has a gasket already, but you kind of want to make sure that it's sealed. And I won't put as much on that. It's going to be more of just a film on the gasket than anything, just because if you ever need to take that off, you don't want to be scraping for days. You know, you just kind of want that little extra. You know what I'm saying? The difference between ordinary and extraordinary. Yeah, just that little extra. Now, so we're getting that on there. I didn't show you the thin layer of gasket maker, but it's literally just pretty dang thin. Just that, like I said, it's just something extra. If you are putting this on a water pump on an inline 6, at least on the GM, this side's obviously gonna have a smaller nut or a smaller screw. On this side, shorter, not smaller necessarily, but shorter, because you can see there's a longer distance there than here. So, and it's only 4, so the 2 shorter ones go on the same side, 2 longer ones go on the same side. So anyways, just thought I'd bring that to your attention in case there's any confusion. Not that there should be. It's only going to go one way. All right, now we got that all mounted up nice and tight. I'm going to wait a little bit before I put the fan and stuff on, just because I need the room to move around here. Next is the alternator, but I'm going to grab a vacuum first and get all that nastiness cleaned up. Probably vacuum down there and all that good stuff. So up here is needing it too, a little bit. Kind of a lot of needles and stuff in there. So let me do a little bit of housekeeping and we'll get the alternator on. Okay, so got all this cleaned up and that looks so much better. I mean, not really, but I did get in here all the needles. I tried sucking it through here, but not gonna work. And right now this is not priority. I don't want to have to take all these out and take the wipers off, and that looks like some kind of special something or other there. Some kind of star, whatever. Looks like they all are up here. I mean, why not just have the same? You know what I'm saying? Come on. But if the mood strikes, I'll take this off and then suck all that up. That will happen eventually regardless, but whether it happens today or not is yet to be seen. Okay, so let's grab that alternator. Bam! Looking all beautiful. Woo! All right, I did remember, I knew it would come to me. Now that I got those two things done, I need to take this off. I probably need to spray those. I highly doubt those will just come off. You gotta remember, I'm pretty sure I mentioned it in another video maybe, but when we got this van, the hood was not on it. It was inside the van. So all this was open. I think it maybe had like a piece of plywood or maybe some kind of metal over the top of it. I really can't remember, but pretty much all this was open. So everything beyond the firewall is, I mean, would you still call that a firewall? I mean, because it goes into the cab. So anyway, but pretty much everything beyond this isn't that bad. But all this stuff up here, different bolts and stuff, they're pretty hard to break loose just because they sit out in the weather forever. I'm hoping we'll have to just see. I don't have to mess with any of that as far as the block, the proportioning valve, or whatever you want to call it, just because it's down in there, and it's just right in that area where laying underneath it isn't really going to help, and doing it from up top, I'm just going to be squishing my gut the whole time. So anyway, well, I'll find out once we take this off. I've already looked in it. It's just dry, obviously. Let me see if I can pop this here open. Super easy. Yeah, so that's what we're looking at. Yeah, so we're going to take this off and get a new one, but first I'm gonna squirt it down. Might have to use some heat and tap around on it, whatever, just see if we can get it out. But my two biggest concerns are the brake lines here, making sure we don't twist those. But I think we're done here, or for the day. We're not done, obviously. Like I said, I don't really want to do the brakes right now. Not that I care, they're gonna have to be done, but once I take these wheels off, I just don't want to take the old wheels off and have to put the old wheels back on, then get different wheels and put those on. And, try and kind of do a one and done type of thing. And since this van ain't going anywhere anytime soon, it doesn't really need brakes anytime soon, but I'm glad to get the tail lights done. That was nice, the side markers. The front side markers I checked, they just need a new bulb, but I'm out of those bulbs. I only had 2, so I need to restock my bulb drawer. Yeah, might clean up that dog box a little bit. And I cleaned up the driver's seat, and I really need to clean up the passenger seat, but I'm just gonna throw covers on those. Maybe Scooby-Doo or something. I mean, I don't like Scooby-Doo, but maybe some Batman seats. But that's gonna be it for now. I know it's been a while since we put out a video. We just we've been so busy with just everything else. So anyways, we're going to keep putting videos out. I don't know how regular it's going to be. We're definitely going to keep an eye on the van. Once we get it running and driving, we'll probably pull the Z28 in here that my buddy gave me. And I think I got Mel talked in to let me drop our cammed 350 in it. That would be awesome. We'll see, though. We'll see. We still have the 65 step-side pickup truck, the short wheelbase. We got the 6.0 for it, but we still need to tear that down and rebuild it before we put it in there, just to make sure everything's good. So we'll see. I don't know. Got a lot of projects, just not a lot of time, not a lot of money. So anyway, all right, we'll see you guys on the next one. Oh yeah, baby. Look at that thing.